welcome to Final Reacts, where I react to your favorite content. Today we got When Batman Stopped the Riddler from wrecking havoc all over Gotham.
I bet. So the movie opens up with this individual spying on this family, creepy as hell. And that's not even the worst part, because this nigga sounds like goddamn Tony Soprano.
Bro, I ain't seen this movie in so long. I was fired though.
Just imagine.
Definitely a different take than we're used to with Batman.
For fucking 30 seconds, bro. Oh my god, I was losing my mind.
Not as good as Christian Bale, but
I don't know,
way better than Ben Affleck.
The old girl right here, some fine shit, so she'll get my vote. Bro gets a phone call, and this nigga right here pops out of nowhere. Nah, because actually, bro, what the hell? How did you not notice goddamn Ashton Genty standing behind you, bro? You have no awareness, bro. Your shit's on par with Helen Keller. So buddy right here, who I'm just gonna call Bob, because it's a general white man name. So Bob over here ends up getting the brakes beat off him by the Riddler so bad that a piece of the murder weapon goes flying. You know how hard you gotta be hitting somebody for a piece of the weapon to break off and fly 10 feet away? You would have thought Riddler was a Bengals fan the way he's acting right now. He got so much built up anger and shit, I can't even blame him. Especially after what happened against the Broncos on Monday night. That was ass whooping. We cut to a rainy Halloween night in Gotham with Batman talking about how he strikes fear into niggas, and he's not lying one single bit. As soon as they see the bat signal in the sky, they start shitting their pants. It's not about if he's there to whoop their ass or not, it's about the fact that he could be there to whoop their ass. It's pretty much how my mama raised me. I do need to clarify, my mom loves me very much. My mama loves me very, very much. But she very much did raise me with a bunch of fear tactics. I can't even lie to y'all. We then see this song looking ass nigga getting off the train when a bunch of gangbangers follow him as part of an initiation for bro right here. I don't know. And you could just tell Buddy's not cut out for this shit. You could see it in his eyes.
Yeah, 1000%.
5 seconds away from crying. And his ass might actually start crying because Batman and his heavy...
But that's why, like, he wasn't painted all the way. You know, it was, like, symbolic. Like, he was, like, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know?
I can't even cap to y'all. He really got that shit on. We then see one of the most brutal beatdowns I've ever seen in a movie, especially a superhero movie. Batman blocks, then blocks again, lands a right into a backhanded hit.
Yeah, that was a great start. That beatdown was fire.
Some of the cleanest rights I have ever seen in my entire life. He's knocking the snot out of bro. And then he goes for
I would have hated to have been that first dude.
Final times. He hit his ass so hard they couldn't even show it on the cam. Like, damn, I thought this nigga had a strict no-kill rule. What the hell?
Nah, he ain't kill him.
Because there's
but that dude gonna be going to the hospital.
Zero way this man is alive. I don't care what y'all say. This man Bruce caught a body right here. And it pisses me off because this man Bruce will kill anyone, bro, except for the Joker. It genuinely pisses me off. He then reverse jumps like 10 niggas.
Well, he didn't kill none of them
twice from point blank range, then frying this nigga's neck to a crisp. Everyone runs away and he decides to let the kid go because he don't know any better. And I have a feeling
I will say though, he do be violating like the minions way worse than Joker though.
But I do not think that now. I know for a fact, bro, if they made this boy Robin, if they made Robin black,
no way.
People would lose their goddamn mind.
But it's not because he's black though, but
Catwoman being black in this movie is because A, they done it before with Halle Berry, and 2 is because she's some fine shit. Speaking of race swapping characters, we see Black Commissioner Gordon, who isn't commissioner yet, apparently. I guess he's like a lieutenant or some shit. So him,
I didn't have a problem with that.
Murder scene, and they giving my son a hard ass time, calling him a freak and shit. Even though he's over here cracking riddles.
They had a decent amount of black people in here.
This man was in the spot for 30 seconds and did more work than 90% of the department, and he did that shit with no effort. As soon as the riddle popped on the screen, 5 seconds later, bang, he got the answer ready. Show me 5 of your...
Yeah, I like this more detective
it was the mayor that died
Batman.
in the beginning
you
of
know,
the movie, and his son is the one that found him, which sucks, obviously. But hey, maybe
that's, you know, one of his, you know, specialties. Is he's a lot, you know, smarter than the ones we're used to.
Holy shit, this nigga looks like hell. He looks like life has just been whooping his ass over and over. But that's the point of Batman, so it makes sense. But what pisses me off is that he yells at Alfred, which I don't like that at all. Stop yelling at Alfred, bro. He's such a good guy. Always hated when they beef with Pops, bro. He hit this man with the classic "You're not my dad" line, and it's like, shit, I might as well be. I've been fucking raising you since you was a little ass boy. You better show me some goddamn respect. We gotta look at Wayne Tower and wow, just Wow, you would have thought Dracula lived here his goddamn self. Because this architecture is extreme. I love it. Bruce and Alfred decipher Riddler's code that's inside of a code, leaving us with the word drive. Now, when you think of drive, you think of cars, right? Exactly. So that leads us to the mayor's car garage, where Batman finds a thumb drive that has the mayor's.
I was about to say, for some reason, I was thinking of drive that you put into a computer.
Like, he likes making puns and shit, so yeah, fucking bro, it works. So they plug the drive into the computer, and a bunch of pictures of the dead mayor and his mistress pop up on the screen. But ladies and gentlemen, I got a very special guest here to come talk about that shit for you.
He got the gossip.
So Batman done pulled up to the club Penguin works at, asking all type of questions. You know who I am. This is a Comic-Con, so keep it walking, you freak. Let me in.
Right.
I want to see the Penguin. Go to SeaWorld then, bitch, and slams the door in his face. Batman must have been sitting outside scaring all the hoes away because the bouncer goes to get his older twin. Didn't you hear, little bro? Get out of here, you freak, before we put some blood on that suit. Mine yours. Batman PPU's finna.
He went and got twin.
With the right backhand right, walking in so casually like he owns the place.
Right.
The twin should have just minded their own business. Aiden tried this trying to be a hero shit before, and he got turned into one of T-Bone made dishes. Batman walks through getting grabbed, blocked right, throwing him into the other room, and kicking them both down the stairs. But he ain't peeped the flank, getting grabbed and thrown into a right. But he can eat a punch. He must have stuffed some of Zac Efron cheekbones in his cow, getting hit with a two-piece stumbling back, and the guy behind him grabs him, bending him over the railing. Batman said, I ain't with all that young thug shit though. Grabbing him backhand, slamming him into the railing, throwing him down a flight of stairs with the other two. This man done fought villains like Bane and Clayface, both having the combined weight of Raw Wave, and they thought they stood a chance. He hits bro with a two-piece jumping down right.
Yeah, but we don't know like what villains this Batman's fought though.
Batman hits bro with a double right backhand.
Like most of like the movie Batmans, like they don't fight like monster heroes. I mean monster villains. Like they're usually realistic villains in their strength. You know, either super crazy or martial artists.
But gets interrupted by another goon. Put it down, you freak, or I'll blow your head off. Look at Batman though. Throwing that shit at him, but gets shot in the back with a shotgun. The twins brought up.
I didn't know why he gave him a warning. Like,
but in Batman's like 1,000 martial arts, he must have learned something from Dan Schneider too. Going straight for the feet, grappling him in the leg, pulling him down, and the Penguin pulls up like, chill. Batman, of course, starts threatening to hang him from the building. This nigga trying to fucking kill us. So he starts singing like a bird. Can't even blame him. But while Penguin was snitching, making sure his big ass secured that Big Mac combo, Catwoman walks in, and Batman couldn't help but notice that she knew the woman in the photo and decides to follow her back home. Shit crazy, but when Deathstroke do it, it's not okay. In Power Inverse, put a shirt on, nigga. We fast forward to Catwoman's place, and her friend Annika plastered all over the news, so Catwoman leaves to go to the mayor's office to get her passport so they can skip town.
Yo, Catwoman was fire in the movie though.
This is Gotham. On that train, you got a 99% chance that somebody gonna be either talking to themselves or you gonna walk off with more holes.
I like both iterations of Catwoman.
Triple block, 2 kids, and Batman freaked out. I know he biting his lips under that cow, bricked up, grabbing her leg, duck, and gets back up, hitting Batman with a filthy juke, running, jumping off the wall, but she gets slammed into a missionary. Batman tells Catwoman that he wants to speak with Annika, so they leave. But when they go back to her apartment, they see she's been taken. But that same night, while Catwoman is doing surveillance for Batman, as she leaves the building and the DA comes out. What's good, shorty? I see you in the
he was giving her straight orders, bro.
Right over there. Catwoman not trying to be Epstein.
Yo, she's like, I'm trying not to be too obvious, like, bro. He's like, bro, I do not care.
Confused. This a bull. She must like black eyes.
He was not worried about her for most of the movie.
This night was finna get way worse because a few moments later he gets in the car and it was raps for bro. The Riddler smacks him over the head twice, wrapping him in duct tape, saving him for later on. So after the kidnapping of the DA, the mayor that the Riddler clapped has a funeral that Bruce Wayne goes to, but this wasn't your typical funeral. This was a message as the DA's car comes crashing through the funeral, almost killing the mayor's son in the process, but Batman saves him. But not only that, we see it's the DA. He eventually gets out of his car and the Riddler has a bomb around his neck with a message for the Batman. Nigga ain't never heard of email? The building gets evacuated and Batman shows up. Bro was seconds away from having to pull a Peter Parker when he left Aunt May in the bank, but he's here now. The Riddler wastes no time, instantly goes live. Tyson at Bruce, everybody wanna be fucking iCarly these days. The Riddler asks him one last riddle. Who is the informant in the Maroni case, but he just won't tell. So the Riddler said,
your time has come.
Yo, iCarly was before his time, man.
And the Batman the hell up. Got him laid out. I gotta give respect to Lucius Fox, bro.
Inspiring.
The coat Batman suit and Broadway belly fat so he can't take damage. You might be the GOAT. So the Riddler done left a clue for Batman and Detective Gordon. El Rata Alada. My bad if I butchered that. Should have had Brandon cover this part. Batman and Detective Gordon think that the snitch is Penguin, so they follow him. Meanwhile, Catwoman pulls up too, and the twins just cannot catch a break today. Catwoman pulls one down, got him eating straight mud, and hits his brother with the two-piece. I know Batman watching from afar like, and this got me weak. Catwoman tries stealing the money, but she didn't even get the chance. Penguin and his goons start spraying at them both. She's able to duck out the way, but Batman is on the ground, barely moving. Penguin hobbling around spraying at nothing because the Batman is already gone.
Of
and
course.
Out of nowhere, a car that sounds like it has a fucking jet engine inside it turns on, and look at this man's face.
Shit. The fuck? Man, goddamn.
Batman
You better
is the
run.
gas, and he takes off running, or I guess in his case, limping. But the signs were always there. R.I.P. Vic, man. Penguin tells his goons to get the bags of money, and it's like, fuck this nigga, driving off as Batman chases. He couldn't wait for him to run. I know that car been talking to him like the Goblin Mask was talking to Norman Osborn. Batman chases Penguin into heavy
Get
traffic.
him.
Penguin ramming one car out the way and starts moving like the Asian lady from Family Guy, causing a 17-car pileup. But Batman got the wheel.
Nah, that is funny.
Driving through the debris, and Penguin started celebrating.
There's no way out of this one. You're done.
Batman turns on the jet, driving and jumping off the ramp as a bunch of explosions.
Nah, that was
off in the
savage.
background. Got Penguin thinking he's safe.
Flying over the fire car.
A few moments later.
That was nice.
Batman lands, bumping him, flipping him like 30 times. Dominic Toretto would have walked out this big-ass crash without a single scratch or a stain on his white tee. And the aura of Batman is really unmatched. Look at how he's walking to the car with the flames in the background. This is my
Bruh, Batman got so much aura that his aura saved Penguin's life.
So that entire
Cause he could have
sequence was
easily
horrifying.
died in that crash, or at least got
Don't know
hurt.
The difference between el and la in Spanish, and to find out that the penguin is not the rata alada. What we do find out is Riddler's next victim is Bruce Wayne. Yeah, something tells me you're not gonna be successful with that one, buddy.
Right.
Riddler's trying to punish Bruce for what his dead father did or didn't do. I don't know, bro. It's kind of fucking unfair if you ask me, but all right. So Batman
Right,
makes
you
a
can't
scene
blame
and
the
he's
child
pushing
for the
this
sins
demon
of the
a
father.
fucking car he has at 500 miles per hour through Gotham, doing his best Henry Ruggs impression, and he's blowing up the house phone to get a hold of Alfred. But it turns out it's too late. Alfred was being nosy, going through the mail and shit, and caught a C4 to the face for his troubles. With Alfred in the hospital, Bruce
He was smart to toss it away at the last minute, but
and she ends up telling
his
him that
survival was
Bruce
pretty
is her
flawed,
father.
though.
And I honestly hate this trope
I mean, it
much.
still blew up
I
in
get
the
it
same
worked
room.
for Star Wars, but that doesn't mean it's gonna work for literally anything else. We gotta retire this shit along with Kyle Lowry, bro. That nigga got more ass than talent, bro. He should have been a stripper. I'm just keeping it a buck. Catwoman is low-key seducing Batman right now, and I can't lie, he's so much stronger than I am, bro. Oh my god, I would have folded so fast. She could have told my ass to jump, and I would have said, "How high, mommy?" And I'm standing on that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Catwoman got it. So right after she seduces Batman, she
was
shitting
fine.
on privileged white people like Thomas and Bruce Wayne. It couldn't be worse timing. Talking shit about a nigga and his dead father to his face without you knowing is actually crazy as hell. Bruce is like,
Facts.
what the fuck did I do? And then she puts her tongue down his throat like, nah, bro, what's going on here?
This nigga said it should have been me.
Is unimaginable, bro.
I can take care of myself.
Mind y'all, she said this to Batman right after she begged him for help. Ah, women, bro. Bruce then heads back to the Batcave where he's watching a fucking exposed video the Riddler did on his parents. This is generational levels of hating, bro. They've been dead for 20 years, gang. Let them rest. This nigga Riddler got a rape.
I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, if they was, you know, trifling,
grandparents were whack jobs,
you know,
and even his mother was one too. And this was all being
they had that image that they were so squeaky it clean and everything, I mean, dude, let it be known.
Trying to give him enough money to make him shut up, but he wasn't going for it. So Thomas, like a real ass nigga, he had him whacked by Falcone. Me personally, as an individual, I don't have a problem with this. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. You were coming at this man's family, bro. You deserve it, bro. I would have took a shit on your grave and then wiped my ass with my hand and smeared it all over your tombstone. I ain't gonna lie. Riddler is somehow trying to blame this on my goat, like this shit didn't take place when he was either not born yet or a little ass kid. Like, bro, Bruce is a fucking victim in this shit. We're blaming victims now? We're victim blaming Riddler? That's what we're doing? Wow. I see what kind of person you are. Wow. So Bruce pulls up on Falcone.
I mean, if you fall for it, I mean,
the shit ends up being true. But not long after, Thomas Wayne ended up dying too. Turns out Maroni didn't like how buddy Wayne and Falcone were, so he got him whacked. Maybe. I don't know. It seems kind of sus to me, but I don't know. Part of me low-key believes it. Well, I end up looking like a goddamn idiot because the very next scene, Alfred, who just woke up...
It seemed like it made sense. Like, I honestly believed it. But
for help, but he did not have the reporter killed.
Psych.
When he did find out what Falcone did, he threatened to go to the police and snitch. And that very same night, Martha and Thomas Wayne were killed. Falcone, you slimy little bastard. It was you all along, wasn't it? There's a bat signal in the sky, so Batman and Gordon pull up to their meeting spot and see Catwoman beating the piss out of this crooked cop right here. And she plays a voicemail from old girl that is proof Falcone killed her and proof that Falcone is El Rata Alada. Y'all like my little acento right there? Yeah, you know, some of my Puerto Rican genes coming into play right there, you feel me? Shout out my Boricua, shout out my Dominicano, shout out my Cubano, shout out all my Hispanics watching this shit, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all the long way, never the wrong way, twin. So yeah, Falcone ends up being the rat, you know what I'm saying? A Falcon got wings too. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit would have been my first guess instead of a penguin. Stupid ass niggas. Apparently everybody in Gotham works for Falcone, and he's been the big boss of Gotham for the last 20 years. Catwoman has heard enough, and she's itching to end bro's life right now. So
I wasn't expecting Falcone to be a snitch.
Away trying to politic with her. Selina, you don't have to do this. You don't have to turn to the dark side. I can save you. You don't have to end up like that, please. But instead of her listening, she kicks Buddy off the edge and runs away. But don't worry, y'all. Batman saves him from falling to his death by shooting him with his grapple gun in his leg. Yeah, you know that shit hurt like fucking hell. Selina's sexy ass pulls up on Falcone, who she's planning on murking, but Bruce also manages to sneak
that wasn't Falcone
to stop Selina, and he low-key don't even gotta do nothing for real, because this bitch has the cleanest shot on her father I've ever seen, and fucking misses, bro.
Nah, that was trash though, Catwoman. That was trash. Like, come on now.
Suck. This
1,000%.
with dedicating a shot to a baddie at the basketball court and missing, bro. Because she basically does the exact same thing. She says, "This is for my mother."
Nah, because she actually should be able to shoot. You know, so it's like, it's a lot worse than missing a shot. And missing a basketball shot.
Surviving all these gunshots, bro. This man took 0 tick damage. Bro did not have a single scratch on him. This nigga is either indestructible or Gotham got the worst shooters in the history of the world. Now, both can be true. Both can be true, but I'm gonna go with the latter. Falcone then snuffs the fuck out of Selina with a pull cue and starts choking her to death until Batman makes a save and calms fine shit down. Yeah, crack that little shit, go. Yeah, take it to Pound Town for me, Bruce. So Falcone gets arrested and he gets fucking shot and dies, bro. All the information he had is just completely down the drain now.
Yeah.
Riddler popped his ass with pretty impressive accuracy. I can't even cap. Shit, I've seen enough, bro. The Bulls gotta sign him. Can't be worse than Patrick Williams since we just hand you niggas free money. Might as well give Riddler a shot, see what he can do. Batman then breaks into Riddler's $5K a month shoebox of an apartment, and I could tell this man got all kinds of roaches and shit in here, bro. It's a pigsty. I don't even think this man has a bed in here. But do you not sleep? Where do you sleep, bro? Riddler
he sleeps at the desk.
But gets caught at a diner, and yeah, this nigga looks exactly the way I thought he was gonna look. I can't even lie to y'all. I'm already knowing he done gifted Pokimane 50
He does fit the look.
He just fits the player build. Fast forward a little bit and Riddler asks for Batman and he gets to yapping about how his life sucks and shit. And he tries to have a who lived a shittier life competition with Bruce Wayne. Like, yeah, y'all both lived horrible lives at a young age, but it is not a contest, gang. This is not the flex you think it is. And then we find out that Riddler practically convinced himself that him and Batman were teammates or some shit. He thought that was the Braun and D-Wade of Gotham, which is bonkers, bro. Like,
well, Riddler is crazy.
Batman ends ends up figuring out Riddler's master plan, so he gets the carpenter tool that Riddler killed the mayor with and takes out the rug, revealing the master plan. Riddler has these 7 vans parked along the seawall, and they explode, causing Gotham to flood, and the election site will be the last resort for shelter for the city. And that's not even the end of it, y'all, because he got all his Riddler goons to dress up like him and take out the mayor and the people of Gotham. Bro, this is insane. You know how demented your brain has to be for you to even come up with this shit? The new mayor tries to play hero ball instead of listening to
Yeah, I like how they implemented the whole like social media aspect to it. You know, that they essentially like got like a little online community that supported
him. Kicking this guy away and struggling over the gun with this guy shooting this nigga right here. I'm not gonna lie, Batman. I'm putting that body on your hands. That's the second person you've killed in this movie, gang. You're moving crazy as hell in this shit. Batman then takes 2 sniper shots to the chest like nothing and tackles him, flinging himself onto another platform where he takes these niggas out like a bowling ball. But they jump my go, got him looking crazy as hell. They dragging this nigga.
I mean, yeah, his suit is bulletproof.
And laughing at this nigga Bruce right now. He then kicks them both off, and I don't know what happens here, bro. This platform like just breaks or some shit. It's literally hanging by a thread. Batman's a sitting duck, but he pops a smoke bomb, taking out all these goons with ease. He was using that sniper like a motherfucking bow staff, knocking these niggas out. He then eats a shotgun blast to the chest, and I know you felt that one, Brucey Poo. That shit hit like Tyson. He's hanging on for dear life, and the
well, yeah, it was really close. You know, it's bulletproof, but he still feels the impact.
Niggas can never have anything good in life, and this gets proven in real time when one of the Riddler goons hits my baby and tries to send her to meet her parents in the afterlife. Bruce senses fine shit is in distress and pops a venom bane juice thing, I think, and body slams bro, shattering
hits himself with like
skull.
adrenaline.
See how much force he's putting into these punches? He's gonna hit this nigga with the now talk. Like, bro, how the fuck is you gonna talk after this shit? That's body number 3 for you, Bruce. Can't even blame him though. He almost packed up our little shit. Like, just look at bro's face, Batman. You did this to another person. You're supposed to be a symbol of hope and justice.
I mean, he still didn't kill him.
Gordon then asks him who he is, and
you know, he was at like his wit's end, you know, like,
and Batman looks at him.
Batman had almost lost the fight, so he was like, bro, I'm just trying to finish this up real quick.
The flood gets into the stadium and there's a cable exposed, so Batman sacrifices himself for the people of Gotham, cutting the cable, risking being electrocuted to death. But he somehow survives, you know what I'm saying, plot armor. If he could survive getting shot in the head, he should be able to survive electricity. He pops out the water and like
but he got shot in his like,
and yeah, Gotham is
in his cape. I mean, in his mask. Like, all that's bulletproof.
More water than usual. But yeah, that's the video.
Now, if he got shot in the lower part, they could argue.